Hey, what's up guys? It's me again, back with another NECA action figure review. Today I will be having a look at the Back to the Future Part 2 Ultimate Marty McFly. And as you can see on the box here, this is the Back to the Future 35th Anniversary Edition. Really cool picture on the front of the box here. Another cool image of the back of the car on the side. The other side is actually the same. The back has a picture of the figure along with a little read up. If you would like to read that, you can pause it and do so now. And it also has some images of their other 35th anniversary figures. With a some face on Doc Brown there. Top, bottom, and this figure, like many of NECA's other figures, opens up to reveal a picture of the figure and the figure itself in there. And there you can see the figure and all of its accessories. So I will take a second now, get this figure out of packaging so we can have a closer look at its accessories and the figure itself. Alright, Marty is out of packaging, and to the top of his head he stands a little over 6.5 inches tall. And for his accessories, you get an extra head sculpt. This one does not have the hat on. Nice sculpt and paintwork on this. You get one swappable hand, and that hand will be to hold your Pepsi Perfect, which if you actually get a good look at that, it actually says Peppy Perfect. Suppose they did not want to pay for the rights to put Pepsi on there. And you get the little cylinder that the Pepsi Perfect came up in the movie. You get this hoverboard. Those are some 80s collars if I've ever seen them. Good detail and sculpt work on there as well. This hoverboard actually has a couple swappable parts. This purple piece here comes off of the bottom, and you can put this one on there, and that is so you can put this base on there so your hoverboard can hover. And then you have this little foot strap here that is sculpted to where it's just kind of flattened down. And they give you this one so if you want to display him holding the hoverboard, don't have this big peg on it showing. But if you want to have him on the hoverboard, you can put this piece with the peg on it so he will securely attached to that hoverboard. So some pretty cool options with that. So that's all for his accessories. Not a crazy amount of stuff, but not too bad either. Some cool iconic stuff from the movie. But now I will compare him to a few other figures. I don't really have anything relevant to compare him to, but I did get out some of my favorite other NECA figures. So here he is with the NECA God of War 4 Kratos and Loki. And those are from the God of War 4 2-pack. And some of my favorite figures. Now here he is with a couple other of my favorite NECA figures. On the right we have the Uncharted 4 Nathan Drake. And on the left we have the NECA RoboCop. Well, that's not a very polite thing for a cop to do. So that's all for the accessories and comparisons. Now we'll have a quick look at the figure itself. Look through some of those details. Again, this hat just screams 80s. Good sculpt work on the jacket. I'm not crazy about these elbow joints. It's just something about that that really breaks up the sculpt really bad. Shirt under the jacket looks good. Nice sculpted wrinkles. Pants look good. See, the articulation on the knees sculpt isn't broke up really bad. But those elbows, I don't know. That was an odd design choice. Going on down, you got those self-lacing Nikes everyone wanted. Of course, they did not put any logos on it or anything. Good sculpt and paint on them though. And on his articulation, he won't look up much at all, about that far, but he does look down pretty decent. Arms will go up about that high. They'll spin all the way around. Those ugly elbow joints at least function pretty well for a bend. But again, just look how odd that looks. It feels like he does have some crunch in there, but with that stiff clothing, it's kind of hard to work and it just kind of pushes itself back, so can't really work that. Legs will kick forward pretty good. They get caught on that ass pocket going back, but will still go back pretty decent. Well, he does the splits excellent. He does have some rotation there as well. You get about 90 at that knee joint, but again, it looks pretty decent when you use it, unlike the elbow. Feet will go forward that far, which isn't far at all. Matter of fact, I kind of have a hard time getting him to stand because these don't want to go forward enough. They go back pretty decent, and you do get some pivot. So the articulation isn't fantastic or anything, but then again, this Marty McFly from Back to the Future, he's not a ninja or anything. So for who he is, I think that articulation will suffice. But I'm going to pose him up now. We will wrap this review up. And yes, I'm going to pose him on the hoverboard with his Peppy Perfect. So there is Marty all posed up on his hoverboard. Wasn't real hard to get him posed up on there and looking pretty good. Also, I would like to point out that they traveled to 2015. That was the future for them when they made this movie. It's 2020 now. We still don't have hoverboards. We do, however, have a worldwide plague, but no hoverboard. But that is all I have for this unboxing and review. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'll see you guys next time. Have a good one. Bye for now. So I just noticed as I was posing him that they replaced the little symbols with NECA. I think it was Mattel in the movie. I'm guessing another license they didn't want to pay for. So they advertised themselves. Good move, NECA.